Howdy folks, it's Generalkidd here, and today we're going to be tackling the question of whether Marines can use Active Camo or not on Halo 2. So, to do this, we're going to test this out by using the Assassin Skull. And I do want to thank Thick on Twitter for letting me know about this and giving me the tip. And, well, here's our attempt. So, we turn on the Assassin Skull in Master Chief Collection. It's just easy to do from the main menu. But if you're on the original Xbox version of Halo 2, then you're going to have to find the Assassin Skull and then change missions. But anyways, all you got to do, and all we're going to do here is we're going to clear the enemies first so that they don't get in the way. And then right now the Marines are friendly, but as you can see, all the enemies, they shortly after they spawn, they turn invisible. Because that's what the Assassin Skull does. It makes all your enemies invisible. And as you can see here, our Marines turn invisible as well. Because I betrayed a couple Marines up top earlier. I betrayed enough that the other Marines down here turned on me. And now they show up as enemies for me. And, I was told to check it out because Vic told me that if Marines turn on you as your enemy, then they also turn invisible thanks to the Assassin Skull. And it turns out that is in fact the case. As your enemies, Marines will actually become invisible, which is kind of weird and funny at the same time, because they're not wearing, like, lore-wise, the Marines aren't wearing like armor that can actually use Active Camo, at least not in Halo 2. So it's kind of weird they can use Active Camo, especially the Marines that are wearing like their officer uniforms, like their ceremonial uniforms, like these Marines here, which you'll see in a bit. But we're gonna test them on Johnson right now. But it's just kind of funny that they can use that. And as you saw, like, it works in both Classic and Anniversary, of course. But in Anniversary, you don't see them as well as you do in Classic. But in Classic, when they're invisible, they actually look kind of creepy. It's like some kind of like movie I've seen before, like where I'm not sure what movie it was, but like the humans, like some kind of like human creature, was like invisible and just looked pretty creepy. And that's what these Classic mode Invisible Marines remind me of. But anyway, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna clear all the enemies, keep the Marines alive for now so they can help us. But we're gonna clear the enemies, and once we are through with that, and we're sure there's no more enemies in the way, we're gonna start killing the Marines. Now, you don't want to kill them too fast. If you kill them too fast, then Johnson and the others won't turn on you right away. You gotta kill them spaced out a little bit. But as you can see here, that regular Marine in his ceremonial uniform, his officer uniform, is already perfectly invisible. Nothing weird. But Johnson does not turn invisible. Well, his weapon turns invisible. So he's basically firing an invisible weapon. But Johnson himself does not turn invisible in Anniversary graphics. In Classic mode, he does turn invisible just fine. But in Anniversary graphics, only his weapon turns invisible. And I have no idea why that's the case. I just have no idea. I can't explain it, but that is what happens if you use the Assassin Skull and get Johnson to turn on you. He in Classic mode, he will turn invisible just fine, like any other Marine. But in Anniversary mode, only his weapon turns invisible. But even though he's invisible, and even though he's not invisible in Anniversary mode, I think like other AI still think he's invisible, even though he's totally visible to you in Anniversary graphics. Which makes sense, I guess, because in Classic mode, he is technically invisible. And it also doesn't matter what mission you do this on. And what I mean by other mission is that on other missions, Johnson's in his combat model. And it doesn't matter which version of Johnson you try this on in Anniversary graphics. Every version of Johnson will not turn invisible. So, I mean, in Classic mode he will, of course. But in Anniversary, no matter what version of Johnson, he won't turn invisible. Only his weapon will. But yeah, so that's basically the answer to the question, is that yes, Marines can use Active Camo, but they're not really meant to, per se. especially in anniversary graphics, and especially with Johnson. I'm not sure about Miranda Keys. I didn't get the chance to test on her because she's not really in any case where I can get her to turn on me. But, you know, if anybody wants to, like, try or, like, find a way to get her to turn on you in anniversary mode with the Assassin's Code, just feel free to try that. But, yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know, and, you know, leave a like, and, you know, leave your other thoughts in the comments. Any other suggestions for me to try out, just let me know, and I'll do my best to look into it. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.